It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They go play action with Hurts. He'll buy some time right. And his first pass is incomplete. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the Eagles who got the win on the road, so now they look to finish off the sweep here in Philly. Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. You talk about this Washington defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it.
Here's a diving catch right side. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. The Eagles hit 9-2 to start play. Hey, Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. From the gun, it's Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down. Throwing is Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
But one of the things we talked about coming into this was we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. That's Foley Fadukasi who got in there and finished off the play.
They'll talk about a rhythm breaker right there. They've been moving the ball well. Drive it started beautifully. That one's going to hurt.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are on the board first here this afternoon. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Commanders come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll run with Stevenson to begin the drive. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Well, you know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Now he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down.
Let's go now.
And Howe will throw it. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Odell Beckham, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Prater for the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 7-7, our score after 1. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Room here to run. And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there, and in the process picks up the 1st down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
It's 2nd and inches at the Commanders' 6-yard line.
Back to the running game with Swift. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
I hope we're giving enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling them through and picking up first downs.
They'll look to throw here. Touchdown! Dallas got it. 5-yard touchdown. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Option left. Howell's going to run with it. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I'll give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Howell, he'll look to throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had that one down before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. Throwing here, Howell. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr., 28 yards. And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point good by Prater, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far, so maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely, and that sack finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Uncorks one for Davis. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Gabriel Davis, 87 yards. And the Eagles have moved out in front. Elliott on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Oh, good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. And he finally goes out of bounds, so he couldn't take it the distance, but all the way inside the 15.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
On second down, it's Stevenson. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Ramondre Stevenson, his third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Commanders are an extra point away from drawing level. Prater for the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Hurts throw taken in by Watkins here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
King, Phil King, Phil King. Now let's get it.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. His throw incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Hurts fumbles it. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Al now to throw it. A quick throw there is incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
2nd and 10, Howell. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Stevenson, and he is out of bounds inside the 30. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And the now 40-year-old veteran able to put this one through. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Back to throw here. Wide open receiver, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They'll throw now on the final play. Forced out to his, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Second down and a run by Robinson. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Powell sliding down, and he picks up the first on that play. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And he's got this down to the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Powell. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
So it looks like they stopped some fighting them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
A quick throw complete out to Beckham. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Looking to throw again. And this one is incomplete.
Now this defense, they came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Howell out of the shotgun. This pass into the hands of Bellinger.
What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness, one cut and he goes, that's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week. I would have voted for him. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows until the football that exists when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Now Howell.
And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. They throw for it on 4th and goal at the 1. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Tackled by Jonathan Grenard.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the 2nd half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up.
The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
But first down, Hurts. Flushed out right. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
The offense on third down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Hurts to throw. And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there, and in the process picks up the first down.
That's good for Eagles.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Throwing is Hurts. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. It'll wind up going as a sack and a loss of 2. And now the task gets more difficult here on 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Dancing to his left. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
He's got it at the 15. A huge play there for Washington. 43 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
2nd down, Howell back to pass.
And he comes back with one complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Touchdown.
Jahan Dotson.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Commanders add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak.
Extra point good by Prater, and the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
Breaks through the contact.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. This is 1st and 10. Hurts. Finding Watkins. He's across midfield. Now inside the 25.
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Chris Watkins.
66 yards.
And the Eagles have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
They get one more as the extra points up and going. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that third timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
2nd and 10.
Capture 11. Ready.
That should have been intercepted. And winds up falling incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
He finds his target, Beckham. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of first down and around the 22. Washington going to send out their punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
We are inside of 1 minute, only 1 timeout left, so they've got to move quickly.
Get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure they're set. No penalties in this situation, but you're exactly right. Conserve that timeout for when they really need it.
Back to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Eluding the pressure right. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And to find the open man. That's complete.
And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Elliott now to add the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as it kicks away here. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington. Penalties not what they needed here. 1st and 15. Powell to throw.
And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had, because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Into the hands of Beckham. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Here's Howell.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Stevenson. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
They certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Throw right side complete to Dotson. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So here's the veteran kicker, Matt Prater. This from long, very long range. Does he have the distance? He does. It's good. My goodness, he hits it from the parking lot as time expires.
And they will be all smiles in Georgetown tonight as Washington has won it. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a 1-possession game at the end, that's not something